This is just ridiculous. We had to serve consequences yet again, and mine were just brutal. Nice Carlos Garcia animations wouldn't shut up with his so-called sick burns. Toured Carlos and Darlos Garcia, and Carlos Garcia gave me 𝗕𝗹𝘂𝗲 and bacon here Navy buddy and 𝗪𝗿𝗵𝗆 beating.
It's a good thing people stopped with the groundings, since it for sure has become too old now, but with new punishments everyone is giving us isn't working either. I keep being called a scum bitch by especially Gessie and Classic Cessie. Classic Cessie removed Blue Gessie from existence for hacking Gessie, and they both celebrated 𝗓𝗏𝗄𝗎's group going into a giant downfall. And to this day, since today's 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗧's birthday, they just got invited to his party, and they, along with James and Linda, said I couldn't come because they kept my troublemaking out of 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗧's sight.
Need I mention that 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗧's voice acting is so tone deaf? It just makes me and Silly's ears bleed. And as much as I'm happy that Blue clones are cringe left YouTube, she's still out there helping my stupid dad, Blue Boris, removed any so-called cringe Bluckles ripoff from existence. They're doing the same with Bluckles and Blue James Morrison too. And not to forget, I got my voice changed to Joey for calling 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 an idiot. I liked my Brian voice better than the Joey voice.
And I'm so mad at Lily for ending her troublemaking days and cutting ties with me and Chorus. I have a horrible feeling Classic 𝗂𝗂𝗏 might do the same, since I heard he's now a mild troublemaker. I went to see what 𝗕𝗹𝘂𝗂𝗏 was doing, and then 𝗂𝗂 and 𝗓𝗑𝗪 caught him saluting on Carlos Garcia, and then his camera got smashed. Don't they realize how expensive it was? It's not like they even care about us at all in any way whatsoever.
I got embarrassed by Duncan Harris, my worst enemy, all for trying to give him and his friend Bex a turbo wedgie and bringing up Duncan seeing the indecency of his mom. Mr. Mitch said if I appear near Duncan and his friends and family again, he and Duncan will come up with a plan to turn me into the police and then everyone close to him will laugh at me. And for 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗧's birthday party? We need to do something about this. But what exactly can we do?
Well, we need to think of something that we can do for this year. In 2022, Chorus, Classic 𝗂𝗂𝗏, Lily, Trip, and the clone 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏's, but they actually brought back 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗧's outdated looks from 2020 and 2021, even though Lily, Lamar, and Trip are unfortunately on the good side. In 2023, the Maximus Danger gang dumped 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗧's cake right on top of him. In 2024, Boston Editing X's 5 bad clones corrupted every clock tower, and used dread on everyone who was at 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗧's party during that time, and that was also when our universe turned into Papa Louie Pals instead of Kinemaster Props. And in 2025, Silly, 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗧, and 13 other troublemakers sent Wiz Universe and 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗧 to the creepiest forest that Sonic-EXE was in. So what can we do for 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗧's birthday in 2026?
We can't bring Gessie here because everyone will just keep calling her, and cringe. So let's think of something new and not unoriginal.
Something must have came to corrupted Carlos Garcia's mind already. That was faster than expected. I wonder what he has in mind that we can do for 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗧's birthday this year?
Well, since Blue Kiddo and Cessie brought up the name 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏, it gave me the most brilliant idea for this year.
Well, can you tell us please? We want to know what your idea is.
What if we part into 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗧's party as 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏, but we won't look exactly like him, we look like our forms of him. And then, we turn 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, Garcia, and their useless friends in the DJ army into their forms of 𝗓𝗓𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. I do miss the time 𝗓𝗓𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 took over 𝗓𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏
close, Garcia. That is literally the best plan ever. We would look very creepy when we become us in our 𝗲𝗂𝗲 forms, and so would 𝗲𝗲𝗃𝗃 himself and all of his friends who are there right now.
I do like the plan, but we can't just become him with a certain logic. We need something to say or use to turn us into our forms of 𝗲𝗂𝗲𝗃𝗃, but what exactly can we say?
We can use the 𝗲𝗂𝗲𝗃𝗃 voice impression to turn us into our forms of 𝗲𝗂𝗲𝗃𝗃, so that way, that's who we become in our forms.
Okay, I think we're getting somewhere now. Let's test it out for us to be sure it works.
Just don't get it, do you? Your pride, Your self-admiration, your greatest weakness. Years and years of your life spent deploying with the pathetic contraptions in attempt to defeat me. Which is all for nothing, are they? No matter what improvements you made, no matter how much stronger you are, with your little toys, just all instant failure. You know why? Because I am the universe. I am the ultimate life form. I am life and death. I am real.
There are some parts missing on a couple of us, but hey, it worked. We look so spooky and seriously executable, just like 𝗁𝗍𝗂𝗄𝗃.
I should scare Duncan Harris looking like this one day before he plans on turning me in. Well, since it worked, let's turn ourselves back to normal so we can use the voice impression at 𝗂𝗲𝗂𝗧𝗔 birthday party. Alright. Now that we're back to normal, let's go to 𝗂𝗲𝗂𝗧𝗔 party and turn them into their forms of 𝗁𝗍𝗂𝗂𝗃.
Thank you all for coming to my party, everybody. I cannot wait to celebrate my 25th birthday with you guys.
Hey Saskia Garcia, if that's your name, I just wanted to let you know that your birthday is the same as me and Jessie's uncle Morgan Morrison. And if you don't know me, I'm classic Gessie Morrison, and next to me are Gessie Morrison and DianaRed.
Really? Well, it looks like I'm not the only one whose birthday is on December 8th. Your uncle must be pretty lucky to be born on the same day as me.
This party is gonna be amazing. I can't believe I actually got invited to a birthday party. It's never happened before.
Would 𝗂𝗲𝗂𝗧𝗔, Miss Universe, Saskia Garcia, and the DianaRed come outside? There's a surprise waiting for them. I never knew a microphone would actually know everyone else here and get them to come out instead of all of us. Something's definitely going on around here.
Nobody else other than you, Jessie, has the Kimberly voice, except Silly Anderson. It must be her and her troublemakers. We need to go outside too, find where they're at, and if something goes wrong, call 𝗂𝗵𝗂𝗲𝗄𝗏, Boris Anderson, Dave Garcia, and 𝗬𝗪𝐶G Animations. Pizza Boris and Science Boris World Cartoon will be our backups. Great idea, DianaRed. Let's go right now so we can see what Silly is up to with her troublemaking friends.
Whoa. Who are those people that came with 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗧𝗔, and what are they doing here? We didn't invite them. And I can tell by their scheming expressions that they are up to no good, especially that corrupted looking person and 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗧𝗔, even because 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗧 is the main leader of the Savage Vipers.
Who's for with 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗧𝗔, who was a cringe blood-colors rip-off, Boris Anderson, Gessie Morrison, aka Cessie the scum bitch, as far as everyone's calling her, and that corrupted-looking person you're mentioning. That's corrupted Carlos Garcia. He's viciously evil, destructive, corrupted, and he even hacks his way into equipment, literally.
Corrupted Carlos Garcia? He has the same last name as me? Sweet cheese and crackers. Ambitious? I don't like the sound of that.
Corrupted Carlos, please just tell them what we're gonna do to them. Miss Universe and Saskia are already making me angry again.
Okay. Anyways, our surprise is turning you guys into your forms of 𝗁𝗲𝗂𝗂𝗧𝗔, since you guys didn't invite us to your party.
You five are insane. Don't even think about turning us into our forms of 𝗁𝗲𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗧𝗔, or you'll get a taste of your own medicine.
Wow. A small little kid is telling us not to turn them into their forms of 𝗁𝗲𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗧𝗔, and he's only 10 years old. How pathetic.
Why you calling me little when you're the stupid midget yourself? Get a life and get it together, you Ned.
Bro, LOL, you told that little troublemaker. I bet she can't take it anymore this time.
That's it. I've had it up to here with being roasted all the time. it's time to turn you idiots into your forms of 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃.
Whoa. Why do they look like 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃? More importantly, how did his voice impression even work on them? I don't want to become him. He's insanely evil.
Silence, lady. We're all turning you into your forms of 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃 whether you like it or not.
A form of 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃? So you're saying that we won't become him? We'll just be turned into a form of him? I don't like the sound of that either.
You better not do that, because I hate becoming my executable self again. And I don't want anyone here to look like him either.
Well, if you and Saskia hadn't sided with the DJ Army and Wiz Universe, and you invited us to your birthday party, we wouldn't have to do this to you, but no, you pissed me off to the point where you made us do it. And after we did the voice impression, it was gonna work for quite some time. So now that that's out of the way, we will turn you guys into your forms of 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃 in 3, 2, 1. That takes care of that. Now you guys are officially your forms of 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃, which that's who you'll stay as forever.
Oh my god. I look so cursed. This is really freaking me out.
How could you morons do this to us? It's one thing to turn us into 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃, but this is quite another. You guys really are insane, and I had those guts into roasting you silly.
Oh my god. What happened? Why do I look like 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃? And why do the rest of you guys look like him as well, especially you, 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃?
Oh my god. That scumbitch Cessie and her dumb friends have done it. They've officially turned Wiz Universe, 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃, Saskia Garcia, and the current DJ Army into their forms of 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃, and if we stop them from where they're at, we'll get turned into our forms of 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃 as well. You know what? Screw that. I have a better idea. Let's get Boris, Dave Garcia, and 𝗫𝗫𝗃 animations to turn them back to normal because they must be stopped. However, I don't think we need Pizza Boris or Science Boris World Cartoon to do this with them. Yeah, I mean, they're our backup for an actual emergency. But still, I'm gonna get them over here so everyone there can be turned back to normal. You three, go get those 5 meddling troublemakers and use something better than a logic to turn them all back to normal.
You heard DianaRed, come on and let's get them. Great work you guys. We finally gave them what they deserve. And extremely well done.
Not so fast, you 5 meddling idiots.
Boris, thank God you and those 2 showed up. Look what those 5 troublemakers did to us.
You 5 better turn them into yourselves back to normal right now, or I'll mind control 𝗁𝗍𝗂𝗃 and Tivim chase after you.
You heard Boris? Turn us and yourselves back to normal, or he, Dave Garcia, and 𝗁𝗫𝗃 animations will give you a big lesson you'll never forget.
Awesome, those 5 are getting their comeuppances. Serves them right for turning those 9 users into their forms of 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃.
Hey, did I miss anything important?
You're just in time for the juicy stuff, 𝗂𝗵𝗄𝗃. Let's see what happens next.
Goodness gracious! We got turned back to normal. I thought we would be this way forever.
I know. We all looked very creepy, and some members of the DJ Army were really freaking out, especially 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃, and that included us too and Wiz Universe.
You 5 meddling morons have some explaining to do.
Please you guys, we're really sorry for turning you into your forms of 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃. We just wanted to come to the birthday party but you didn't let us.
You're sorry? Nice try. We ain't falling for that trap. I can't believe you turned us into our forms of 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃s. Don't you realize that it freaked most of us out? Joke's on you, you didn't turn DianaRed classic Gessie Morrison, or Gessie Morrison into their forms of 𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗃s, but it was already bad enough, that it's who you turned us into. There's absolutely no way we will forgive you.
Do you honestly think you can get away with your actions that easily? Even by turning us into clones of my executable self? You'll be mistaken. Go home right now so they can reprimand you for what you have done and give you consequences for your misdeeds.
And because you did that, you made most of us freak out really badly, especially 𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗆𝗄𝗄𝗃 and TT. Dave Garcia and 𝗪𝗹𝗂𝗲 Garcia Animations are gonna take care of you 5 idiots for turning us into our forms of 𝗬𝗲𝗄𝗃. So unless you want to be arrested or face further consequences, you ought to go with Dave Garcia and NCG Animations right now.
You 5 are in insane trouble. And silly, don't even think about chasing Lily with anything dangerous just because she has changed it and improved their behaviors. Dave and NCG Animations, take them with you and deal with them. I'll be there soon.
Thanks to Boris Anderson, Dave Garcia, and 𝗪𝗍𝗂𝗲 Garcia Animations, we are now officially back to normal.
𝗓𝗏𝗄𝗏. It was no problem. This was especially in a group together. And it's so great to see you with DianaRed and her best friends. And the super universal Go animators, such as NCG Animations for example. You still want to celebrate your birthday party?
I would love to do that. I know those 5 troublemakers interrupted my birthday party by causing it into harm and suffering. But we don't have to worry about them anymore after all. Not now, not ever.
Well, I know you 9 are here including DianaRed, Gessie Morrison, and classic Cessie Morrison. But where are the rest of your friends? Are they coming to your party?
Oh yeah, they are coming. They'll be here in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, just to let you know, it's 2026 now. So we stopped with the groundings on the troublemakers. On the troublemaker and grounded videos got too old in our universe just like several others.
Alright. We're in 2026 now. Grounding isn't good enough anymore to punish the villains. But if you're done grounding them, what are you gonna do to them instead?
Oh, you wanna know what those 5 troublemakers really got as karma for turning you 9 into your forms of 𝗬𝗲𝗄𝗃?